Yesterday it was announced that the Australian government is preparing to renew a $165 million National Chaplaincy in Schools program, NCSP, which is a body representing the majority of chaplains in Australia. $165 million to push the Christian faith within Australia. A direct and blatant, in my opinion, contradiction to Section 116 of our Constitution, which is effectively the same as the freedom of religion clause in the American Constitution, or First Amendment, I believe. So I've had a look at the one of the papers behind this, The Effectiveness of Chaplaincy, which was conducted by the National School of Chaplaincy Association in association with the Government Schools of Australia. And I'll just read some parts of it here. This report covers chaplaincies which have been arranged by the members of the National Chaplaincy Association. The members of that association are Access Ministries, Generate, the Scripture Union of ACT, Queensland and Tasmania, Schools Ministry Group, and Youth Care, the Church's Commission on Education, incorporated in Western Australia. This doesn't sound like an ecumenical group at all. It sounds like a bunch of Christians. This is not a secular organisation. They're here to push a particular point of view, and they're in bed with the government to the tune of $165 million so far, and probably another $165 million. The opening start of this PDF, and I'll put a link up, says all chaplains provided by the members of the association are Christian chaplains. So they're being blatantly honest that they are a Christian organisation. Chaplains, the report did not cover chaplains who are not Christian, chaplains who are Christian but provided by the chaplaincy providers who are not members of the National Schools Chaplaincy Association, and chaplains who do not work in government schools but who are in Catholic or independent schools. Oh my God! So here we have a bunch of politicians bending over backwards to give $165 million to a particular group of Christians to push their ideology through public schools. We elect our politicians to uphold the Constitution, the rules of Australia, and they're not holding to their vows. Now you may argue that they're not creating a law which supports a particular religious view. They're not suppressing other religious views. And I'm quite happy for these people to hold their religious views. What I'm not happy about is the fact that they're getting a shitload of cash to push their ideology through public schools using my money. That is not what I pay the government for. That is not why I elect my politicians. You are supposed to uphold the Constitution of Australia. You are supposed to treat everyone fairly. If you're going to give one organisation like this $165 million, then give all the other organisations the same amount, because we are fair in this country. If you're not prepared to do that, don't give it to anybody. I'm pretty wild about this. I cannot believe that the government would so blatantly run against the letter and probably the intent, certainly the intent actually, of the Constitution of Australia. The very document they're supposed to uphold above all others. Absolutely disgusting.